Okay. So, pasensya na. Pinipresent ko is document at hindi PowerPoint dahil wala na akong time na gumawa ng PowerPoint ngayon. Janela, nakikita ba yung PowerPoint? Ay, PowerPoint, yung document? Okay, thank you. May cellphone niya, i-connect ko rin. So, expected ko na dinownload nyo na rin yung document na to sa website. Okay, let's start. So, our topic today is operating system fundamentals. So, dito, ayan. So, multi-users allows one or more use to the system at the same time. So, meron tayo palang classification ng operating system. Multi-users, multi-processing, multitasking, multi-threading, and the real-time. But before that pala, please define what is operating system. So, operating system abbreviated by OS. It is a powerful program that manages hardware, resources, and other software on a computer. So, si operating system kasi is siya yung nag-handle ng input at output hardware, and also siya rin ang nag-handle ng software naman ng computer. So, siya yung in between ng software ninyo, yung application software ninyo, at ng hardware. Okay? So, classification tayo. Meron tayong 5 classification. Hindi nyo to makikita yung mga pictures kasi ano ko lang nito, kakalagay ko lang do sa mga na-download ngayon. So, meron tayong multi-users. Ano ang multi-users? Allows one or more user to use a system at the same time. So, ito is meron kang isang system, then yung isang system na yun is pare-parehas na nag-share yung mga multi-user. So, from this picture, makikita ninyo, meron tayong isang system unit, then meron tayong user 1, user 2, user 3, user 4, and user 5. Si user 2 hanggang user 3, 4, 5 is wala silang sariling system unit. Nakakonekta sila dito sa iisang system unit na naka-user 1. Parang server and client. May isa kang server, then marami kang client. So, ano yung ginagawa nito? Sabay-sabay silang gumagamit. Then, iisa lang ang system unit nila. Nag-share sila ng hardware, which is yung system unit. Ano naman yung disadvantage ng multi-user? Ang disadvantage naman nito is once na na-virusan yung server nila, lahat sila apektado. Unlike pag iisa lang yung tag-iisa sila ng system unit is ang mangyayari naman is hindi kahit ito si user 1 yung naapektuhan ng virus, hindi maapektuhan yung ibang user. Okay? So yung advantage saka disadvantage. Nakatipid ka dahil nag-share sila ng isang system unit pero yung mga files is hindi secured. So yun yun. Next naman is the multi-processing. Vargas, pakibasa nga, what is multiprocessing?
Multiprocessing supports the execution of multiple processes in one CPU.
Okay. So, ang CPU natin is meron tayong different cores niya. Kung alam niyo yung Core i7, Core i5, dual core, okay? Alam ko parang meron na bang Core i9, hindi ako sure. Okay, so yun. So, kung ibig sabihin, yung CPU is, pag sinabing CPU na may Core i7, meron siyang 7 core. Okay? So, sa 7 core na yun, is pwedeng tagi-isang application, sabay-sabay is ipaprocess niya. Okay? So, kung for example, ito, CPU na to, meron siyang 7 core. Okay? Core i7 siya. So, sa Core i7 is yung isang core para kay music, yung isang core para kay Excel, yung isang core ay para kay browser. Sabay-sabay niyang pwedeng i-process. Okay? So, yun yung multiprocessing. Sabay-sabay yung program na napaprocess sa iisang CPU. So, depende yun kung ilang cores yung CPU ninyo. Okay? So, kung ito, tip ko lang sa inyo, dahil nasa CPU naman tayo na topic, is Core i3 versus dual core, huwag kayong bibili ng ganon kasi medyo parehas lang yung specs ng dual core tsaka ng Core i3. Kung bibili kayo ng system unit or laptop, mas maganda Core i5 pataas. Okay, kasi ngayon, mas mabilis na yung Core i5 tsaka Core i5 pataas kasi at least may 5 core yun. Yung Core i3 kasi parang dual core lang din siya nangyayari. Okay? So, kaya medyo parehas lang siya. Nag-iba lang yung pangalan. Next naman is multitasking. Reyes, Eljane, please read what is multitasking.
Multitasking allows a user to execute more than one program at the same time through a single CPU.
Okay. Ito naman, si multitasking, magkaiba sila ni multiprocessing. Si multiprocessing is yung different programs is nagsasabay-sabay niyang pinaprocess ng isang CPU. Okay? Ito kasi single CPU. Ito, one CPU. Okay? Yung single CPU, parang sinasabi niya single core. Okay po? Ito naman, ang ginagawa niya, for example, P2, program 1, program 2, program 4, program 3. For example, ganon. Ine-execute niya at the same time, pero hindi niya tinatapos. For example, si program 1, kailangan niya matapos mag-open at least 10 seconds. Ito, 8 seconds. Ito, sabihin natin, 5 seconds. Ito, 2 seconds. 2 seconds, okay. So, pinagpapalit-palit niya yan. For example, pupunta si P1 dito kay CPU. So, ipaprocess yan ni CPU ng 2 seconds lang. Then, babalik ulit siya. So, yung 10 seconds sa process niya is may natitira pang 8 seconds. Then, papalit naman to si P2. Ito naman si P2, di ba 2 seconds lang yung pagpaprocess niya? Eh, mag-stay siya kay CPU ng 2 seconds. So, tapos na siya. So, babalik na siya. Okay na siya. Si P4, 8 seconds. P4 is 8 seconds. So, magpaprocess siya ng 2 seconds. Kay CPU, babalik siya. May natitira pa siyang 6 seconds. So, ang ginagawa ng multitasking is, nag-i-switch sila para nag-i-switch sila, 2 seconds lang ini-stay nila kay CPU, pero babalik ulit sila, nababawasan yung processing niya. Parang may illusion na sabay-sabay yung processing, pero hindi. Ang ginagawa niya is, sabay-sabay niya pinaprocess, pero hindi niya tinatapos. Okay? So, kunyari, si P1 is pupunta kay CPU ulitin ko si P1 pupunta kay CPU, 2 seconds lang, babalik siya. Hanggang pabalik-balik siya doon, hanggang matapos niya yung process. Naintindihan niyo ba? Ablir? Okay. So, ganun siya. So, iba si multitasking, iba yung multi-process. Ulitin ko, ito, isang CPU. Ito, si multi-process, isang CPU. Ito, single CPU, which is, ang tinutukoy dyan is the core. Okay? Next naman is multi-threading. So, sa multi-threading, allows different parts of the program to run concurrently. Ito naman, yung parts ng program is sinahati-hati. Okay? Para ma-process siya ng sabay-sabay. Okay? So, hindi ko siya maano sa inyo, pero parang si multiprocessing kasi 'di ba malakihan siya, by batch siya kasi isang program ng music is pina-process niya. Ito si multi-threading is isang file ng music, isang program ng music, tapos hinahati-hati niya pa para para mas bumilis yung pag-process. Okay? Ito, parts ng program ang pinaghahati-hati at pinagsasabay-sabay yung pag-process. Yun yung multi-threading. Sa real-time naman, please read what is real-time. Palikpik.
Real-time is designed to run the program at a scheduled time.
Okay. Ito naman, si real-time is a type of program na ginagamit sa mga medical, airlines, air traffic. Ayan. Ito yung mga example. Network multimedia system, internet telephony, anti-lock brake system, and heart pacemaker. So, sa real-time, meron siyang exact time na gagana. Okay, for example, yung brake system. Di ba kalimutan ko yung tawag doon sa, yung pag may aksidente sa sasakyan, so pag nagkaroon ng bump or babangga na yung sasakyan, bumangga yung sasakyan, merong proteksyon na ginagawa yung sasakyan para hindi ma-damage ng malala yung driver. Ano ba tawag doon? Buksan nyo nga yung mic nyo pag alam ninyo. Airbag ba yun? Tama. Yung parang yun, yung airbag na ginagawa. So, yun yung real time na operating system na ginagamit. Okay. So, next naman tayo is sana naintindihan ninyo yung 5 classification ng operating system. So, kung hindi nyo naintindihan, please comment na lang kayo dun sa Google Forms para mabalikan sa next lesson. Next naman is operating system manufacturers and versions. So there are more than one system available in the market, and so the manufacturers below are the example of most popular operating system and manufacturers in the market. Navo, bakit sa tingin mo maraming manufacturer ng operating system? Ano kaya reason?
Ma'am, sa tingin ko po kaya maraming manufacturer ng operating system kasi iba-iba din po yung gumagawa ng mga laptops or ng mga computers po. So yung iba pong OS is specifically designed lang po para sa isang type ng computer or ng laptop. So kaya po siguro marami din siyang manufacturer.
Okay, very good. So, kaya siya marami dahil maraming iba't ibang merong needs. So, kasi iba-iba tayo, lahat, iba-iba yung tao, iba-iba yung customer. So, iba-iba yung needs ng customer, kaya iba-iba rin yung nagiging available ng mga products. Depende sa needs. So, first is the Windows. Ito yung pinaka-popular na OS, operating system. So, mababasa ninyo na almost 90% of the computer in the entire world is gumagamit ng Windows. Okay? It offers graphical user interface, a virtual memory management, and multitasking functionality. So, dito, mula Windows 2, Windows 98 hanggang naging pinaka-graphical user interface na siya. Paganda siya ng paganda, pa-improve siya ng pa-improve yung Windows Microsoft. So ngayon is meron tayong Windows 10. So, ito yung example ng Windows 10, interface ng Windows 10. The next one naman is the Mac OS. Please read what is Mac OS Tabanaw.
macOS is a line of Apple operating system management that offers a graphical user interface every Macintosh computer system. macOS X provide a 3D desktop appearance for the user and offer the ability to play QuickTime movies in icon size.
Okay. So, ito naman ay sinasabi niya lang na pwede ka mag-play ng movie na naka-icon size. Then, pwede ka gumawa ng other tasks habang nanonood ka ng movie. Okay. Ito yung dalawang popular na alam natin na operating system. Alam ko na discuss na to dapat nung last pero binabalikan natin kasi nasa process tayo no. Dapat hands-on na pero hindi pa tayo makapag hands-on. So ito, meron tayong dalawa which is the Windows and the Mac OS. Possible ba, Martin, na sa isang system unit mo, dalawang OS? Martin Allison? Nandito ba si Addison? Okay, anybody? Sino pwedeng magsagot? Yes or no lang? Possible ba
Yes
na...
po.
Okay, Vargas. Bakit Vargas? Naka-encounter ka ba? Ano yung process na nangyayari na sa isang system unit, dalawa ang OS?
Yung mga napapanood lang po ako kasi pag nanonood ako sa YouTube, may nakikita po ako na pag sa Mac device, pwede po mag-install ng Windows na operating system, parang mga ganun. Para po yung mga available sa Windows na apps, magagamit mo siya kahit naka-Mac.
Okay, very good. So, for example, ginagamit ninyo is Mac, is pwede kayong mag-install ng Windows. So, ang gagawin niyo is pagka-open ninyo ng system unit, lagi kayong mamimili kung saan kayo papasok. Kung sa Windows ba or sa Mac. Okay, hahatiin nyo kasi yan Ang process niya is sinahati or pinapartition yung system unit, yung hard disk ninyo sa dalawa. Depende kung paano nyo pinartition 3/4 by 1/4 or half-half. Depende yun sa inyo. And depende, syempre, dapat i-allocate nyo yung sizes din ng operating system. Okay? So, depende yun sa inyo. Then, after nun, makakapasok na kayo kung saan gusto nyo OS. Kung sa Windows desktop ba or sa Mac OS desktop. Pero hindi pa ako nakakakita ng operating system na Windows siya. Tapos, kunyari, hindi siya Macintosh na product. Tapos, naka-Mac siya. Hindi ko pa nakikita yun. Pero, tingnan ko sa YouTube kung merong possible na yun. Ang nakikita ko lang is isang, for example, Lenovo yung laptop ko. Then, gusto ko ng free operating system, which is the Linux. So, Linux siya, then Windows. Okay? Bakit, ma'am, nagdadalawa ng operating system? Depende yun. Kasi may mga application na pang Macintosh lang, may application na pang Windows lang, exclusively lang sa Windows. So, kaya yung iba, nagdadalaw sila ng operating system. So, yun. So, ngayon, i-distinguish ko lang yung dalawa. Ako kasi, naka-MacBook ako ng since 2014. So, bakit ako pumipili pa rin ng MacBook? So, kasi as a teacher, I hate virus. Okay? Hindi naman hindi ako marunong magtanggal ng virus. Pero nakakainis lang kasi pag every time na yung mga files mo is nabavirusan. Kasi dito sa unit dito sa ICT is lagi may virus. Then, yung mga bata is lagi na-shortcutan ng virus. So, yung personal computer ko rin is nabavirusan. So, I prefer Mac OS, ay MacBook than sa Windows. And actually, nakikita ako, mas matibay yung Mac, mga Apple products, kaysa do sa Windows. Kasi nakailang computer na rin ako. Parang minsan bumabagal siya. Then after din is yung battery, mas matagal, mas masira yung battery ng laptop ng Mac kaysa sa laptop ng mga Windows na laptop. So, yun yung nakikita ko. Pero depende pa rin yun sa pangangailangan ninyo. Kasi syempre, ang Mac, hindi naman to pang gaming na computer or laptop. So, kung bibili kayo ng mga pang-gaming, syempre, pupunta kayo sa Windows. Kasi nandun yung mga Asus. So, depende yun sa pangangailangan ninyo. The next one naman is these are the open source operating system. OSHO, ano ibig sabihin ng open source operating system? OSHO,
Po,
ano yung ibig sabihin ng open source operating system?
ano po, operating system po siya na pwede pong i-configure o pwede pong i-configure or iba-ibahin po ng user.
Okay. So, merong gano'n, may point ka rin doon. So, open source operating system is these are operating system na free. Okay? Usually, ang gumagamit nito is mga government kasi syempre, bawal talaga tayo mag-pirate ng operating system. Kasi itong si Mac at si Windows is mga commercial operating system yan. Yan yung may mga bayad na may mga subscribing na 1 year, okay? Or more than 1 year. Then, meron din yung kunyari, 1 year siya, tapos meron kang ibang laptop or may number of users na pwedeng mag-install or gumamit ng serial number na yun. Same na serial number. So, unlike dito sa mga open source na operating system naman, these are free. Pero, syempre, pag free, laging meron yan limited. Okay? Hindi niya kayang, kasi ang Mac tsaka Windows is, yan yung may mga application na usually talaga na madalas nating ginagamit. Pero meron din naman silang mga Microsoft Offices. Pero, hindi lang ganun kaganda yung GUI nila or graphic user interface. Pero, same work din naman, same function pa rin naman. Pero, iba lang talaga yung GUI niya. So, nakagamit na ako nito ng mga Linux products nung college ako kasi yun yung pwedeng gamitin na free. Kasi hanggang ngayon naman, syempre, pag nakita kasi nila na gumagamit yung schools ng pirated, is pwede silang mahuli or makasuhan. So, yun, iwas kaso is gumagamit sila ng Linux. So, tayo, gumagamit pa rin tayo na ang pirated. Pero, ang ano naman dito is for educational purpose naman. Hindi naman tayo ginagamit siya for businesses. So, kung kaya rin napapansin ninyo, may mga businesses na ang ginagamit ay Linux. May mga businesses din na ang ginagamit is Windows XP pa rin. Nakita ko yan sa PC Express na ang ginagamit pa rin nila is Windows XP. Kasi syempre, meron silang serial number or yun yung binayaran nila. And may mga program kasi rin na pang Windows XP pa rin. Okay. Hindi pa rin naman masama yun na Pero may mga application software kasi na hindi na pwedeng install sa Windows XP. Nandun na siya sa higher na programs. Okay? So, Red Hat Enterprise Linux or Red Hat Incorporated is designed specifically for businesses. So, ito yun. So, tama yun. Anyone and developers are free to improve the software. So, ito yung example ng GUI naman ng Red Hat Linux. Okay. So, medyo maganda rin naman. Pero hindi ko lang alam yung mga application. Kasi last na application software na nagamit ko sa Linux, medyo mahirap hanapin yung mga bagay-bagay katulad ng mga documents. O siya, pakipatay yung ano. Yut ka. Okay, next tayo. Next naman is SUSE Enterprise Linux by Novell. Ito naman is used for servers and desktop. So, ito yung ginagamit naman sa servers and desktop. Ito is for businesses, si Red Hat. And yung SUSE naman is from Linux din. Tapos ito naman is servers and desktop. Hindi ko na siya kasi most common naman ang ginagamit natin is Windows and Mac. Pero kung gusto niyo i-explore, ito, pwede naman. So, pwede kayong mag-dual na operating system para ma-explore ninyo itong mga products na to. Next naman is Ubuntu. Another open source din siya. Sponsored by UK-based company Canonical Ltd, owned by South African entrepreneur. It is suitable for both desktop and server use. So, ito naman another free operating system or open source operating system which is Ubuntu. So, magkaiba si Linux at magkaiba si Ubuntu po. Next naman is QNX software. Please read what is QNX software. Luis David Carl.
QNX is a Unix-like operating system originally developed for embedded systems. It is a microkernel-based operating system which breaks down various components of OS into small programs called servers. QNX was developed by Gordon Bell and Dan Dodge, which was later acquired by BlackBerry.
Okay, so embedded system is ibig sabihin yan yung mga system na may specific function lang. Okay? Hindi katulad ng mga computer or desktop na multi-function sila. Ito is meron siyang specific function lang. For example, for ATM lang siya. Okay? Yung program na yun is for ATM lang. Yung program na yun is for medical lang. So, yun yung ibig sabihin ng embedded system. So, yun yung purpose niya for isang function. Next naman is ito. Example din siya ng ito naman is commercial real-time operating system. So, ibig sabihin is binibenta siya. Ang tawag dito is VxWorks by Wind River System. Ito is example siya for embedded devices. So, ulitin ko, these are the system na for one program or one purpose lang. So, ito is example niya dito ito is for medical use. Ito yung example ng wind na operating system. Okay? Ayan. So, the next naman is the process of installing the operating system. So, meron tayong dalawang types ng pag-i-install. The upgrade and the custom. De Leon, what is the difference? What are the differences between upgrade and custom? De Leon?
Ma'am, yung upgrade po, parang mag-replace po siya sa current version ng Windows 10. Tapos yung isa po, i-replace siya, tapos mag-erase yung everything sa computer.
Okay. So, ang upgrade is from Windows. Ito yung Windows mo. Windows, for example, ikaw ay naka-Windows 8. Then, nag-flash yung isang na gusto mong mag-upgrade. Okay? May choices dun which is gusto mong mag-upgrade. So, yung Windows 8, isi-upgrade mo syempre sa Windows 10 kasi yun yung next. So, hindi may erase yung files na nandun sa system unit mo. Magbabago lang ng operating system. Okay? So, sinabi dito, while keeping the file settings and other program in place on the computer. While naman sa custom, ito naman is kung Windows 8 ka, pwede ka magbago ng program or operating system. For example, nababagalan ka sa computer mo at gusto mong babaan ng operating system, version ng operating system, which is Windows 7, for example. Ang pipiliin mo is custom. So, lahat ng, lahat naman ng, lahat ng files mo is mawawala. Ganun din mangyayari kung nababagalan ka sa computer mo, then gusto mo, Windows 10 ka na, for example, Windows 10 ka na, then nababagalan ka sa computer mo, gusto mong tanggalin na sa isang bagsakan by reformatting your computer, lahat ng files, lahat ng application, back to zero ka, okay lang sa'yo delete lahat ng files mo, ang gagamitin mo rin is custom. Okay? So, yun yung difference ni upgrade at ni custom. So, ulitin ko, si upgrade is replacing, parehas silang nagre-replace ng operating system. Si upgrade lang is kinikip niya yung files, unlike kay custom na madidelete lahat ng files mo. So, ang tawag sa kanya pala, this type of installation is called clean installation. So, tandaan nyo yan. Baka matanong ko yan pag nag-performance test ulit tayo sa week 8. Okay, clean installation. So, bago tayo mag-install, kailangan nyo muna iset si BIOS. Anyone, sino ang anyone, pwedeng mag-raise up ng hand siya sa tanong ko na to. Bakit kailangan nagsiset ng BIOS? Bakit hindi na lang diretso tayo install? Anyone po? Bakit kailangan dumaan sa setting of BIOS? Mayroon bang hindi? Jervin, nakaranas ka na ba mag-install ng operating system?
Hindi pa po.
Okay, sige. Kaya tayo nagsiset ng dito sa BIOS, basic input and output, is dahil dito sa part na to, sa booting process. Sineset natin kung anong device ang una dapat basahin ng computer ninyo. Okay? Okay, wait lang pala, sorry. So, meron tayong, para ma-access ninyo tong Windows na to, or tong GUI na to, is dapat, depende yan sa manufacturer ng BIOS ninyo. Pero usually, F10, F11, F10, or delete, para ito, escape, F10, F11, F2, or delete key, ang pwede ninyong pindutin. If nothing happens on the keyboard, press F1 key repeatedly. Okay, para mapunta kayo dito. Kasi pagkabukas ninyo ng Windows, mababasa ninyo yan na yung black screen, tapos may nakalagay doon, press F11 to go to the BIOS. Okay, so ganun siya. So, pag hindi nyo napindot yan, dumiretso kayo sa Windows, uulit na naman kayo, magre-restart na naman kayo ng computer pipindutin nyo ng pipindutin yun hanggat makapunta kayo dito sa boot menu na to or BIOS setup. Okay, balik tayo dito. So, meron kasing 4 na boot. Okay, ano ba ibig sabihin ng boot? Yun yung unang nire-read ng computer pagkabukas niya. So, CD-ROM drive, hard drive, and removable devices, itong tatlo. So, kung yung bootable disk ninyo or yung OS ninyo is nasa CD, syempre, dapat ang unang nasa pinakataas is the CD-ROM. Pero kung ang bootable ninyo is nasa removable device, which is the USB or flash drive, dapat ito yung pinakataas. So, itong hard drive, so anong nangyayari diyan? Una, babasahin ko muna si CD-ROM. So, CD-ROM wala siyang bootable OS. So, next kong babasahin si hard drive. Oh, nandun yung OS. So, ito yung magbubukas. Okay? So, si hard drive, lagi yan, usually, hindi nyo yung iaano as pinakaunahan. Kasi syempre, wala naman dun yung operating system ninyo na ipapalit sa kanya. Okay? So, kung upgrade or costo. So, usually sa akin, laging nasa removable devices. Wala naman akong bootable usually na nasa CD-ROM. Kasi ngayon kasi wala na rin masyadong gumagamit ng CD. So, removable devices tayo. So, paano siya mag-change? Ito, may select item sa baba, may arrow keys yan. So, enter mo muna, isa-select mo, arrow key ka muna, then enter. Then, after ng arrow key, pwede ka na magpalit-palit kung saan mo gusto mapunta to si CD-ROM. Then, after nun, kung nandun na siya sa gusto mong place, which is yung pinakauna, click nyo lang pindutin nyo naman yung F10 to save and exit. So, yun yung purpose niya. So, lagi kayong magbe-base or magbabasa dito sa pinaka-baba. Then, after nyan, for example, magre-restart ulit kayo, hindi na syempre kayo papasok sa bootable na to or sa BIOS kasi naayos nyo na yung BIOS. So, pag yan is laging nasa CD or removable disk ang first boot ninyo, laging lalabas to. Press any key to boot from CD or DVD. So, be sure na laging nakasaksak yung flash drive or nakalagay na yung CD ninyo. Then, press any key, kahit space, kahit anong keys. Then, after nun, papasok na kayo sa pinaka-installation. Ito yung part na to. Start the installation by inserting bootable device or media on the computer. So, after nun, is magre-read lang siya konti. Then, ito na yung next na window na makikita ninyo. So, manonood tayo ng video kung paano mag-install ng Windows 10. Kit, nakikita ba yung video?
Apa.
Okay, thank you.
What's up guys, I'm Andrew and in this video I'm going to show how to completely install Windows 10 on your PC or laptop. Before I start, first I will explain something about installing Windows 10. Windows 10 is available in two different formats, UEFI and Legacy, and 32-bit and 64-bit version. 32-bit version is for computers which have 32-bit CPU. And 32-bit version of Windows can recognize maximum 4 gigs of RAM memory. 64-bit version can be installed on most computers and is recommended for every new computer. Windows 10 Home 64-bit can recognize up to 128 gigs of RAM, and the Windows 10 Pro and Enterprise can recognize up to 512 gigs of RAM memory. After installing, Windows 10 will automatically install most of drivers, but if you're doing this on a laptop, before installing, it's recommended to download your drivers manually from your laptop's manufacturer's website, especially if you're using AMD laptop or laptop which have 80 Radeon graphics. Also, it's recommended to install the chipset, SOM, Internet LAN, and wireless drivers manually. If using some of newer Asus laptop, then maybe we need to use a USB mouse during installing Windows 10, because the trackpad will not work during installing process. But don't worry, after installing everything will work fine. Now let's move on. How to create bootable USB with Windows 10. To create boot USB with Windows 10, you'll need access to Windows computer. In minimum 4 gigs of USB. 8 gigs is recommended because you have enough space to place your PC or laptop drivers. To download Windows 10, open your browser and go to Microsoft website. Also, this link you can find under video description. The Microsoft website, select Download Tool Now button to download Media Creation Tool. After downloading finish it, insert the USB and run the Media Creation Tool. Media Creation Tool, select Accept button. In the next window, select Create installation media for another PC. In this window, you can select your language, Windows Edition, and you can choose between 32-bit and 64-bit version. The next window, select USB flash. Select Next and again Next to start with creating bootable USB. Now, the Media Creation Tool will automatically download and create bootable USB. After creating USB, just select Finish. Now, after creating boot USB, visit your PC or laptop manufacturer's website and download the drivers. After download the drivers, open the USB with Windows 10 and create a new folder named Folder or Drivers. This folder copy your PC or laptop drivers, but also you can use another USB to place the drivers. Now, let's move on installing process. Insert the USB with Windows 10 and start your PC or laptop. During startup, keep pressing boot menu button to access in the boot menu. In my case, it's a F12. Under a video description, I will place other boot menu buttons, including laptops. In the boot menu, you can choose which boot mode to use, I mean Legacy or UEFI. For example, the USB Kingston. UEFI Kingston is a UEFI boot mode, and just Kingston it's a Legacy boot mode. Because I'm using pure PC, I will choose UEFI. Now, on the first screen, select Next. This screen, the Windows 10 will ask to enter the serial key. Here you can enter the serial key or you can do it later after installing the Windows. This screen, you can choose which Windows you want to install. I will choose Windows 10 Pro. Now, here select I accept the license terms and go Next. On this screen select Custom, install Windows Only Advanced. Now, in Windows Boot Manager, select your disk and select New to create new partition and install the Windows. If you want to create more partitions in same disk, then select New and enter the size of the partition but in megabytes.
Yung paglalagay ng partition na ang minimum is 20 gig. Okay, yung partition is a process na hinahati-hati natin yung hard disk natin, yung resources natin which is the hard disk para maging parang mini mini flash drives. Okay? Kung saan ninyo ilalagay yung mga files ninyo.
After creating first partition, then select allocated space and create other partition. But also you can create more partitions in one disk.
Kung mapapansin ninyo rin pala, meron tayong mga 100 MB, 16 MB, yung mga ganyan. Yan yung mga yung hindi natin pwedeng i-delete kasi yan na yung nagpapatakbo do sa system unit natin na kahit wala pang yung OS. Di ba nagbubukas naman yung system unit natin kahit walang OS. So, yun yung purpose nito. Kaya may mga system na mga files na yung mga 100 MB, 16 MB, yung mga maliliit na files.
Now create your partition or partitions, select your primary partition, and go next to start with installing the Windows. During installing process the Windows, you reboot several times, and do not turn off or restart your computer manually. In installing process, the Windows will ask for personal settings, informations, and creating computer account. After boot the Windows, it will start to search, download, and install basic drivers automatically. How I said before, some drivers for soft, chipset, wireless, and you have 80 Radeon graphics, it's recommended to install it manually. Also, if you have AMD laptop, then it's recommended to install all drivers manually. I'm saying this because the Windows is still not perfect, for it to find and install some drivers. Now, let's move on installing basic apps, browsers, and antivirus. I will show one really simple and fast way how to do this. Open the browser and go to dnight.com. dnight is a package management system that will automatically install Windows applications. As you can see, here you have a lot of applications. Everything what you need to do is to select applications which one to download and install. After you have selected the applications which one to download and install, select Get Your dnight. After downloading the installer, select the Run button. Now, the dnight installer will automatically download and install selected applications.
Okay, so yung dnight naman, ang ginagawa niya, di ba chinekan mo yung lahat ng application na gusto mo? So, i-install mo yung dnight, then after nun is may install naman yung lahat na chinek mo na application. So, parang mas pinapadali niya lang yung pag-install na manually, iisa-isa mong i-install yan. So, yung dnight na yung gagawa. So, yun lang. So, pag-i-install ng OS, then yung mga additional application na gusto ninyo na ilagay. Alam niyo ba na ang pagre-reformat ng computer and paglalagay ng application, ang worth niyan is 500 pesos. So, kung makukuha ninyo yung mapag-aaralan nyo yung skills ng pag-install ng operating system and pag-install ng mga application, at least may 500 pesos na kayo. Then, ayan. Or hindi na kayo magbabayad. So, tapos na tayo dito sa process na to. So, meron kayong mga options pala dito ha. Pwedeng, kung meron kayong drivers na drive 1 tsaka drive 2. So, for example, si drive 1 is nandun yung operating system, for example. Then, si drive 2 is nandun yung files ninyo. Hinati nyo na kasi before bago kayo mag-upgrade or mag-custom. So, si drive 1 nang i-choose ninyo, then next na kayo agad. So, madidelete yung operating system. Pero, mare-retain yung drive 2 ninyo na nandun yung mga files ninyo. So, yun yung advantage na nagpa-partition kayo. Kasi yung isa is for operating system lang and for application. Then yung isa naman is for your files to keep. So, pag nasira yung operating system, nandun pa rin yung files ninyo. Okay, so yun yung advantage ng nagpa-partition. Ayan, okay. So, how to update naman, punta lang kayo doon sa Windows Update or type nyo nga lang yun eh. Then, check for updates. Yun lang yung sobrang dali lang. Kasi maganda sa Windows 10, lahat ng kailangan ninyo is pwede nyo lang i-search dito sa baba. Then, magpa-pop up na rin siya pag napili ninyo. Then naman is the computer device drivers. So, for example, is PNP is plug and play, makes the process easier. So, plug and play, for example, mga hardware ninyo na plug and play. So, ito naman is pag-i-install ng monitor driver installation process. So, right-click the Windows button, then control panel. Choose system and security. Ayan, ito yung system and security. Window upper click system daw. Ayan naman. Then, click the device manager. So, pinakamadaling step is i-type nyo lang yung device manager sa search bar sa Windows 10. Ayan. So, ayan, ito yung device manager. So, ito yung itsura ng Windows ng device manager. So, makikita ninyo, ito yung mga hardware ng nakakonekta sa computer ninyo. Mula sa computer, disk drive, display adapters, floppy drive, keyboards, monitor, ayan. Ports, printers, okay, processor, storage controllers, and system device. Then, pag ito, yung mga missing device drivers, ito yung mga problema na makikita nyo dito. Okay? So, for example, kung ito usually ko nakikita pagka-reformat ng computer ninyo, ang laging wala pang drivers dyan is, ang laging kailangan ninyong drivers is sa monitor, sa network para magkaroon kayo ng internet, and sa sounds. Yun naman yung usually yung palaging kailangan. Siyempre, kailangan nyo rin ng drivers sa mga processor or doon sa pinaka-components ng system unit ninyo para mas maganda yung paggana nila. Para konektado sila dun sa motherboard ninyo. Okay. Dito tayo sa missing device drivers. Kit, please read number 1.
The device doesn't appear on the list. It means that the device is not properly installed, defective, or it is not a plug-and-play compatible, or the BIOS is not plug-and-play compatible.
Okay. So, sabi niya, yung device daw is doesn't appear the list. So, hindi siya properly installed, defective. Okay. Defective yung device. Okay. Hindi yung defective yung software. Defective yung device. Or hindi siya compatible do sa BIOS ninyo. Okay? BIOS means basic input-output system. Next, number 2. Jimena.
The device appears in the unknown category with question marks on its icon. It means user need to run setup. Wait lang po. Hindi ko mabasa.
Ay, sorry.
Yan.
Ah.
It means that the user need to run setup that comes along with the device to have a complete installation of the driver.
Okay, so doesn't appear unknown category with question mark. So, means nagka-problema sa installation. Comes along with the device to have a complete installation of the drivers. Next is the device has an X icon. Sino pwedeng matawag? Vargas.
Number 3 po.
Yes.
The device has an X on its icon. It means that the device has been disabled and the user needs to re-enable it.
Okay, for example, ayaw nyo gamitin yung network ninyo. So, dahil may ini-install kayo, kasi may mga sige sabihin ko na, may mga pirated na application na pag na-detect kasi ng internet is pwedeng, pag habang ini-install ninyo, then parang na-detect ng internet. So, pwedeng masira yung application. Okay? So, usually, may mga ganun na pangyayari na dinidisable ninyo yung internet. So, ginagawa namin to, dinidisable namin yung internet kasi Filmora is pirated eh, yung naka-install sa system unit. May pinapagawa ko sa mga bata na nag-e-edit sila ng video. So, pag kasi pirated yung Filmora, meron siyang nandun sa pinaka-end niya na video na Filmora na tatak. So, ang ginagawa namin, dinidisable namin yung internet para habang sinisave siya as video, is hindi ang ending niya is yung dulo. Hindi yung end product niya na may Filmora. Kaya dinidisable namin. Next, number 4. Reyes, LJ.
The device has an exclamation point on its icon. It means that the device has a problem or conflict with other devices.
Okay, so hindi ko pa to na-encounter na yung device is nakaka-conflict to other devices. So, pwede rin pala mangyari yun. So, ang makikita ninyo na yung picture ng device is merong exclamation point. Okay. So, pag goods yung device, okay yung device. So, pag nakita ninyo yung device status niya is, this device is working properly. So, updating device drivers, meron tayong mga files na pwedeng pang-update sa device natin. The first one is automatic. Yung process kanina, sinabi na rin doon sa video na pupunta kayo sa manufacturer website para ma-download ninyo yung device drivers ng ng hardware na yon. So, pwedeng ang ma-install ninyo is naka.exe extension na agad. Pwede naman is pagka-download ninyo is naka-zip pa siya, then i-unzip ninyo, then i-click nyo pa yung .exe extension. Exe means executable, ha? Next is a zip file that needs unzipping containing the files needed to run setup utility, ganun din. Pwede rin naman na yung zip file containing bare files that requires manual installation. Yung pwedeng naka-zip file siya, tapos hindi mo na kailangan i-unzip. Meron kasi yun sa device manager. Saan ba yan? Saan ko kaya makikita? For example, meron dito sa tab na to, sa drivers. Then, hahanapin yung file na yun. Maghahanap siya na, ikaw manually ang maglalagay do sa file na yun. Okay? Yung zip file na yun. So, next naman, pasensya na hindi ko siya mapakita sa inyo tong parts na to ha. Dahil naka-Mac ako, hindi ako naka-Windows. So, pero naman pag nag-hands-on tayo, sana fourth quarter makapag-hands-on tayo para makita ninyo kung paano ito. Paano tayo mag-i-install ng drivers and paano tayo mag-reformat. So, ito, ayan, update drivers. Right-click nyo lang yan, then update drivers. So, yan. Ito yun, update drivers. Wala akong, ito pala. So, ito, sa update drivers, ayan, pipili kayo dyan. For example, update the driver. Then, manually ninyo, hahanapin yung file na naka-zip. Then, automatic na yun na pwede na yun na gagana dito sa computer ninyo. So, getting a new driver, pakibasa na lang to, napakadali lang. Da-download lang kayo mula do sa hardware manufacturer. Sobrang dali lang ito intindihin. Kasi 10:05 na tayo. Okay, may dadagdag lang ako dito sa part na to. Kasi baka may magtanong sa inyo. Kasi, di ba lagi ang computer natin is nag-i-start sa drive C. Bakit walang drive A, walang drive B? Kasi baka matanong ko to pag nag-performance test tayo. So, bakit gano'n? Kasi dati, nung unang panahon ng mga computers, meron pang floppy disk. Si floppy disk is nasa A tsaka nasa B. Dalawa kasi yung floppy disk. Nasa drive A siya at drive B. So, ang hard disk natin is nasa drive C. So, kung may sinaksak kayong flash drive, ang pangalan na ng flash drive nun is drive D. Okay? Then, pag may sinaksak pa kayong another flash drive or memory card, for example, drive E naman yun. So, yun. So, yun yung pagkakasunod-sunod ng flash drive or ng mga drive natin. Kaya, and another reason bakit start tayo sa drive C. Any question po? Osho, may question? Hello, Osho?
Wala po.
Okay. So, punta na kayo doon sa website ko, which is nandun sa, pakita ko rin na pala. Ewan ko bakit ang dami pa rin nagtatanong sa akin kung ano yung pangalan ng website. Saan ba? Ito. So, ito yung website. Learning task na tayo. Then, week 6, operating fundamentals. Nandito na yung attendance saka learning task. Pinag-isa ko na lang. Then, yung reflection natin, may tanong doon, what is the importance of operating system? So, pakisagutan na lang yun. And, see you next week. After itong week na to, week 8 naman tayo. So, week 8, saan ba yun? Wait lang. So, week 8, ang topic natin, week 7, okay. Week 7, hardware maintenance and protection tayo. Then, week 8, software maintenance. So, third grading natin is basic networking na tayo. Jimena. Nag-ano ba kayo? Nag-wiring ba kayo?
Yung sa ano lang.
Ano ba yun? Ano ba tawag natin doon? Networking? Nag-networking kayo? Last year?
Yung sa may yung sa
RJ45, cable, UTP cable.
yung iba po, pero kami po hindi po nakaano po yun.
Bakit?
Kasi po yung ano ba yun? Parang hindi po kinaya po ng oras po, ganun po.
Okay. Sige. So, stop recording ko lang.